Hi, my name is Tony Messina, and by putting my ideas and inventions on the internet, I'm documenting that these ideas and inventions originated with me. Okay, in this video demonstration, we're going to show how to rebuild your winch. We're going to take this a new cable, we're going to put a new cable on your spool. I'm going to show how to anchor the cable to the spool, particular way to do it, and put the spool on the winch and put the handle on and rebuild it. We're going to grease it too. What we have here on the table, so we have the tools it's going to take to do it. We have the 3/4 inch box, 9/16, 7/16 box, medium sized crescent would be fine, needle nose pliers, longer needle nose would even be better. Here you see we've got the hardware it takes to put it all together. We have the bolt for the spool with the self-locking nut, the shim inside that we're going to grease. We're going to lubricate and grease this before, when we put this together. Here we have the screw. It's a carriage bolt, and the anchor pieces and the self-locking nut for holding the cable to the spool. And then here we have a spring and a nut that will hold the handle down. We'll get to that in a few minutes. Here's a can of grease. It's a non-corrosive grease that we're going to use to lubricate this spool shaft. You're going to need a piece of duct tape, because when we get this cable loaded on here, we're going to use the duct tape to hold the cable down while we mess with it. Okay. Here we have the handle, we have the carriage, and we have new cable. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open your little manual that comes with it. It's highlighted as a DLB800A winch. It's a brake winch. You're going to want to open it to the back side. There's going to be a drawing, a depiction here. It shows the different models and how to anchor this cable to the spool. The particular one we're dealing with is right here. It's the top right for me to look at. Okay, and what we're going to do, first thing that you need to do is realize that this anchor is going to require a little bit of a bend in this cable. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take and put a bend in this cable, a nice U-bend in this cable, and you can use your needle nose to start that, but don't bear down with your needle nose, because the sharp edges, you don't want them damaging the integrity of this cable. So take the needle nose and give little bends until it forms a U. Now you want a U shape. See, you want a straight spot here. You don't want the very end here to be curling. Okay, you got to have a flat spot here to make this work. The bend has to be about 1 inch above. As you can see here, you need this flat spot here, because it's going to correspond with closing on this piece, and you're going to want it to fit like that. See, and if the very end here was curled, you're not going to have it. It's not going to work. So what you'll do is hook your cable through this oblong hole. You'll see in the direction here it shows you. We're going to end up going around this spool hub here, this spool shaft. We're going to do it this way. See, it's going to go in that direction. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your carriage screw, your carriage bolt, put it into its slot, take your little hold down piece, lay it down, take the nut and just start the nut where the nut won't fall off, and that's far enough. You want it to stay loose. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to very carefully pull this cable around, hold it down, and get my needle nose and pick this lip up and try and get this under there. See how easy that'll be here. There we go. It's under one side. Okay. Now I'm going to want to try to reach over with the needle nose and squeeze this down and force it underneath the hole down. Just like that. Okay, you see how it laid in there? Okay, now you take your little 7/16, you tighten that nut on down. Once you get it snug and you can let go, you can work this cable a little bit and straighten it. Pin now where it's not going to move. I want to make this cable come around here just a little better there. See, I made it where it goes into that slot just a little better. Okay? Don't need to hold it down now, it looks like. Go ahead and tighten this all the way. Don't go so tight that you break it, but go nice and snug. You feel that thing beginning to bite. That lock nut will stay there. And that right there is probably good enough. Okay. Now the next object is just to push this excess cable through. Now what you do is you just start winding it up. Okay. Once you get it wound up, you want to hold it. Take your duct tape. Put a piece of duct tape against it. Okay. Got a rebuilt spool. Really nice. Got the cable in there anchored just the way it's supposed to be. Goes around the hub shaft. Now we're going to lubricate the spool bolt. I'm going to take this red grease, little brush dab on the end. We're going to grease this shaft real good. Set it down. We're going to grease this slip disc real good here. Place the shim inside the hub. Okay. Then what you do, put the spool bolt through. And put the self-locking nut on. And you can use a paper towel to wipe up. Then what you do, take a crescent. You can tighten this just like this. It's pretty easy. That's how I do it. You can use a ratchet wrench if you want. It will tighten down. There we go. It does have a bottom out. There it is. Okay. Take a paper towel and wipe the excess grease away. Alright. Now, rebuilt to this point. Now we're going to put the handle on. Crank handle is going to be screwed on. What you'll do is you'll screw it on until it starts to ratchet. Take your spring, put your little conical spring down where the inside can touch the inside of that shaft. Then put your nut on with your divots on top. It's a self-locking nut. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to pin this down so it doesn't rotate. Okay, simply using a self-tapping sheet metal screw, I'm going to bind this gear. I'm going to put it in the gear so it won't rotate. I'm going to hold this handle. I'm going to tighten this nut down. Alright, and there you have it, a properly assembled winch. Comes with a handbrake. It'll go in reverse, forward. The load won't influence the handle at all. The load, it just hangs there when you let go of the handle. It's a really nice winch. We'll take the tape off when we use it the first time. We'll pull the hook through. Okay? That's pretty much it though. These are the tools that it took. Grease, duct tape, a little manual, and we rebuilt it. Got the cable attached. Got the handle on, looking good.